Well, it's been a very interesting year in tech. The rise of AI, of course, impacting so much and much, much more. And joining us live this morning to round out some of his top tech stories for 2025 is Mohit Rajhans, media consultant at ThinkStart CA. Mohit, good morning to you. Nice to see you in person today.
Always a pleasure to be here.
You know, we were just looking at that video, that Drake video there, because one of the things we wanted to touch on today was this whole Wrapped phenomenon where it's gone beyond Spotify and music streaming services. Everyone's kind of showing us what they were doing for this time of year, this rapping trend here. What do you make of this? That you know, it started like, oh, this is what I listen to. This is my favorite artist, etc. But it's gone beyond that now.
It's gone way beyond that. In fact, it's a marketing ploy, if nothing else. All of these apps are showing that all these data points that we give them year-round really does culminate into this visual sort of recap. Whether it's Canva, it's YouTube, or Spotify, they want to show you that even though you're spending 6-7 hours a day with them, they can show you what you're doing, what you're interested in, and how does that factor into the social aspect of social media?
Yeah.
Nick, you and I understand that sometimes we're going through our scrolls, etc. We don't even see things that we like and we're not interested. I think one of these things that the Wraps do is that what we're spending our time and our money on, it shows that it's an investment. It's an investment in our quality and our culture, and it gives an opportunity to share that with some of our friends.
Yeah, it also can, in some cases, show the evolution of our interests throughout the year as well. You know, it was really interesting for my Apple Music Wrap or whatever they call it. My son I really was never much into country music, but he kind of got me into Riley Green, for example. And suddenly my last 4 months of my Apple were all Riley Green, as opposed to like Red Hot Chili Peppers and Led Zeppelin the first 6 months of the year. So there's that feature too, where we learn a little bit about us as much as the social media companies and apps learn about us as well.
You're talking about something called taking it off the app, they call it. They want you to be able to go into your lunchrooms and go and have conversations with your families about what your interaction has been with these social media apps.
Right.
That's part of the shift that we've seen in 2025. We've gone from a popularity contest to actual intent and context. And that's a big part of what will happen in 2026
Interesting.
as well.
AI continues to dominate so many tech headlines. We've had many conversations this year with you, Mohit, about, you know, artificial intelligence, where it's going, where we're at. And, you know, you've been talking to me about, in some cases, people are actually trying to unwind a little bit of what they've done with artificial intelligence here. Does that surprise you that people feel like they may have gone too far and they're like, whoa, maybe we need to pump the brakes?
Actually, from a consulting standpoint, what I've noticed is people who were early adopters are trying to undo a lot of the things that people did prior to AI having a lot of guardrails.
Yeah.
So when I work with companies, it's like, oh, we started to do something first, but now we have to do things properly. Proper guardrails are needed. Cybersecurity is a big issue when it comes to artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
You don't want to roll that out in a company without actually having guardrails. But it's interesting, when it comes down to search, you'll notice that all of the AI apps that started as chats are all incorporating search as well.
Yeah.
So when we look at search trends from 2025, we realize that not only is AI being searched and the topics being searched, but all of these different apps that are using AI are also incorporating search within them.
Yeah, it is interesting. Is there a Canadian difference in that side of things? You know, you talk about guardrails, for example. Putting guardrails around AI seems to be kind of the $1 million, can we do this, can we figure this out here? What in Canada looks different perhaps than the US or Europe?
Well, our Google searches alone in Canada this year were things like the Blue Jays and what was going on in Parliament. And that goes to show that we're getting our news from so many disparate sources as well. You know, TikTok, a lot of people are using for news, whether it's Google, etc. So we have to start to understand where our audience is now. Whereas before it used to be put it on the internet. People will find it. People will get it. Now, whether you're a company or you're a business or you're a news organization, you have to be very purposeful about where you're posting online, because you're not reaching an audience just because you're posting it out there.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay, Mohit, that's a good look at 2025. Can't wait to chat with you in 2026.
Okay.
Best of the season to you.
IPOs, I think we talked a lot about.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of that. Yeah, there's a big one potentially down the line there. Mohit, thanks so much for all these conversations. Do appreciate this.